Okay, stop. Before you imagine two cavemen standing under the moon, grunting romantically at each other, you need to understand something. Nobody knows who shared the first kiss. There is no fossilized kiss. No archaeologist has uncovered two skeletons with a little stone heart between them, and the first human who tried it definitely did not write. Today, I put my mouth on another person. Surprisingly successful. But kissing is so strange, so intimate, and so common that it raises an incredible question. At some point in human history, somebody must have leaned toward another person and thought, what if our faces touch? So how did that happen? Let's go back far beyond cities, writing, or dating apps. Imagine a small group of early humans living together thousands of generations ago. Their world was dangerous. Food was difficult to find. Predators were nearby. Injuries could be deadly. Survival depended on trust. People shared food, protected children, slept close together, groomed one another, and formed powerful emotional bonds. And somewhere inside those everyday behaviors may be the origin of kissing. One possibility begins with food. Before spoons, bottles, and tiny jars labeled organic baby puree, caregivers sometimes softened food in their own mouths and passed it directly to their children, mouth to mouth. To us, that may sound unusual. To an early human baby, it meant food, safety, warmth, and the presence of someone who cared for them. Over many generations, mouth-to-mouth contact may have become connected with comfort and affection. But that is only one theory. Another possibility begins with grooming. Our primate relatives spend enormous amounts of time removing dirt, insects, and dead skin from one another. Grooming is not just cleaning. It communicates, I trust you. You belong with me. I am probably not going to hit you with this branch. As early humans lost much of their body hair, prolonged grooming may have changed. Some researchers suggest that close facial contact and eventually touching lips could have become a quicker way of expressing the same social bond. But then, kissing gained another function. Choosing a partner. Imagine two prehistoric humans sitting beside a fire. One moves closer. The other does not move away. Their faces approach. At that distance, each person can detect breath, scent, taste, health, and whether the other person recently ate something truly terrible. A kiss delivers a surprising amount of biological information. Your brain is processing smell, touch, temperature, and the other person's reaction simultaneously. This may help explain why one kiss can produce two completely different results. I want to stay with this person, or I should move to another cave. The first romantic kiss probably wasn't planned. There were no rules, no love songs, no friends standing nearby whispering, just do it. It may have begun as ordinary closeness, grooming, feeding, smelling, or touching faces. Then, the contact lasted slightly longer. The lips met. Both people froze, and for one terrifying second, each person probably wondered whether this was affection or the beginning of a bite, but neither pulled away. That tiny moment may have transformed a practical behavior into something emotional. And here is the fascinating part. Not every human culture traditionally practiced romantic kissing. Studies of cultures around the world suggest that romantic mouth-to-mouth kissing is not universal. Some communities historically expressed affection through touching noses, smelling the face, resting foreheads together, or other forms of physical closeness. So kissing may not have been invented once and then carried everywhere. Different groups may have developed it independently. Other groups may not have developed it at all, which means humanity may not have had one first kiss. It may have had thousands of first kisses, thousands of awkward experiments beside fires, inside shelters, beneath trees, and in caves. Eventually, humans began writing about it. Some of the earliest known descriptions of romantic or sexual kissing appear in ancient Mesopotamian texts from roughly 4,500 years ago. But those people were not inventing kissing. They were simply among the first to leave written evidence of it. By the time a scribe pressed a kissing scene into wet clay, humans may already have been kissing for thousands or even tens of thousands of years. The truth is, we will never know the names of the first two people who kissed. They left no monument, no painting, no instruction manual, but their forgotten moment may still survive every time two people lean closer, hesitate, and silently ask the same ancient question. Is this safe? Do you trust me? Do you feel what I feel? The first kiss in history probably wasn't smooth. It probably wasn't cinematic. It may have involved tangled hair, smoke from the fire, terrible breath, and someone accidentally bumping noses. But it represented something profoundly human. In a world built around survival, two Two people stopped thinking about predators, hunger, and danger, and chose, for one brief moment, to become closer. And somehow, humanity has been repeating that strange little experiment ever since.